Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Okay, let's get right into it. Let's see what we're doing. I've already got something popping up. Okay. CNSP. Let's see. Okay, let's see. CNSP, it's between $1 and $10. The float is under 1 million. Relative volume, gap up. It's got news. CNS Pharmaceuticals announces oversubscribed 22.5 million placement financing. Okay, that's like a pretty popular headline last year. Okay, so let's take a look. We're having this typical pop-up with this topping tail. Let's see. I hope everyone had a good weekend. Let's see. I'm going to take a look at the daily chart, okay? So this has potential. It has windows up to quite a bit. The price is really so I'm only trading with 100 shares. We also have CRE. Let's see. CRE. CRE also has, wow, great relative, wow, the relative volume is through the roof on CRE. Let's take a look at that. Nope. Okay. That's like way below VWAP. All right, so if we look here at CNSP, looks like this level here, right? This is the body of the candle. We're hitting some resistance here at like 5.25. Let's see, this is $5 right here. At this point, I might look for a flat top breakout, but the volume's reducing, but not a huge amount. But this is where I might look for a flat top breakout. But I think I want to look for something a little bit cleaner, like a bull flag pullback. So let's see, total volume. Let me just check if it's hard to borrow, easy to borrow. Hard to borrow on Thinkorswim. And yeah, it's just all these little topping tails. It's popping up right at the pre-market, the start of the 7 a.m. pre-market time. Let's see, what about PN? Let's look at PN. Okay. Nah. It's below VWAP. CRE, same thing. So CNSP seems to be the game in town right now. I hope you all had a good weekend. I'm a little tired today, so I might seem less energetic. I had a very busy Sunday. All right, so just getting my journal ready. I like to have my paper journal in case I want to take notes or... Yeah, these are a lot of topping tails for me. This, of course. I would prefer to look for a clean bull flag pullback. That's what I'm looking for today. Clean bull flag pullbacks. I mean, if you look at, let's see, let me make this a little bit smaller. You don't need it to be so big. Wow. Okay, so at this point, I'm definitely going to look for a pullback. I'm only trading with 100 shares. I reduced my share size because I had some big red days. So, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I saw it on the daily. Yep, definitely. Definitely. Like on the daily, I looked at that real quick. You know, well, it's already sort of up to $6, but there's like a window here, right? To what's this here? It's 884. And there's another level here at 1065. I mean, this here is kind of an anomaly, but it goes up to 16 here. So it looks like it's pulling back. Thing is, I'm not going to trade it if it goes over $10 because I'm reducing my risk. So this is the top. I mean, I know this is high of day, but this is the top of the most recent move. So let's see if it pulls back and gives a good pullback. It might be more of a micro pullback. Look at that. I think it might be more of a micro pullback. I'm going to pull up my 10-second chart on Warrior Trading. Let's see. CNSP. Let's see what the 10-second chart looks like, because I think that this might be a micro pullback. Huh. So on the 10-second, it's like, it's real choppy on the 10-second. So it did pop back up. Yep. So this was a micro pullback, but I didn't feel confident about it. I'll be honest, I'm like slow today. I'm tired. I had a really busy Sunday. So I'm going to look for something that feels real confident today. I need to rebuild my confidence after my really bad red days. So if I just scalp a few little green trades, I will be happy, honestly. Okay, so we're going to get rid of this level. I mean, I'm wondering if this is just going to keep grinding up, because on the 10-second chart, it looks like it's grinding to me. Oh, there we go. Ooh. If it had, what? Yep. Wow. Okay. So maybe I'll get a clean pullback. Maybe I'll get a clean bull flag pullback. Because this volume bar, let's see what happens with this volume bar. This chopping tail might signal a reversal. And it is getting, it might break $10, in which case it's out of my reduced risk. I reduced my share size to 100 shares. I reduced my account, and my account size, and I also tightened up my price criteria. So instead of $1 to $20, I'm only doing $1 to $10 right now. It's blocked. Good morning, James. It's blocked on Webull, huh? Let's see. Is it a Chinese stock? No, it's in Houston, Texas. Okay. Well, I haven't tried to trade it yet. It's close to $10. If it hits $10, then I can't, and then I'm not going to trade it. I'm using $10 as a cutoff today. But I'm thinking this is the beginning of a pullback here, or it might just be a micro pullback. I hope you guys had a good weekend. I am so tired. I had a really good weekend, but it was really busy. All right, so this would be high of day. Looks like people are taking profit. I'm gonna get in. I would have to get in soon because it's reaching my cutoff. So, honestly, that's okay if I miss it. There, will probably be other opportunities today. I'm not chasing anything today. Looking at the top gainers scanner, small cap momentum scanner. So CNSP is the obvious one right now. Okay, so now this is the top of the low candle. Okay, so this is definitely an acceptable profit loss ratio. For sure. My stop would be here at 776. And my entry would be here at 840. But it looks like we have another. Oh, let's see what happens. I don't know. I don't know why I don't want to get in. Maybe I'm gun shy after last week, but I would want to see confirmation on that volume candle. And I'm looking at the level 2. And now we have green. Okay, it's popping up, but is it going to break 840? Oh, it looks like it might break 840. But it's kind of hesitating here at this level, right? I think it's going to break out of this level at some point, but Hmm. I need to figure out what are the criteria that the different brokers use to decide to block a stock. All right, it looks like it could. Oh, there we go. So the volume's reducing here, but it's kind of stuck at that level. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. Let's see. If it breaks 840, I might get in, but it's almost going to tap the 9 EMA. There we go. Oh, I don't know why I didn't catch my order, but I'm not going to just reflexively hit again. I don't know what that was, but I'm not going to just click. Yeah, let me see what's going on with my account. I don't know why it gave me a weird error message. Let me see what's going on with my account. Let me put you guys on. I'll be right back. Give me like 5 minutes. All right, we're back. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on here, guys. Let's see. All righty. All right, so we did have a pullback. This is probably a pullback on the 5-minute, right? Yep. All right, so this is a pullback on the 5-minute. I have traded on the 5-minute chart, but I usually just trade on the 1-minute. So let's see, 5-minute. So on the 5-minute, you know, the MACD is still green. This looks like a nice pullback on the 5-minute chart, actually. Wait a minute. So if this is the low candle, and this is the bottom of the low candle, that's a nice profit loss ratio. But I generally don't trade on the 5-minute, so I don't know. I'm a little nervous about that. Okay, wait. You traded. Oh, you got in too early and you can only scalp 10 cents. That was a few minutes before it popped up from 6 to 9. Let's see, from 6. Oh, right here. Right here. Okay. Hey, that's great. That's great. Ross is up 25K. Yeah, so he probably got in here, right? Let me go back to the 1-minute. I'm guessing he got in somewhere through here, right? So it is grinding up, but he probably caught, I mean, right here, this is probably where he got in. That's where I'm guessing. Right here. This is the one I missed. Wow, hindsight is so 2020. It's so easy to say. I should have traded this. All right, so it looks like we have another. It's kind of stuck here. I think it's going to have another leg up. Maybe I'll catch it on another leg, because if I look at the daily chart, see, we have a window back to 1065. So on the 5-minute chart, this looks really pretty clean. Just don't really trade the 5-minute chart. It's really slow and I feel very exposed. I would rather trade on the 1-minute chart. Let me see what's happening on the 10-second. Wait a minute, I had it right here. Let's see. CNSP. I don't know. I thought I had my 10-second chart up, but I guess. Yeah, it looks like it's trying to make a breakout, but now the MACD is red. But I think it might curl up to 10 something. I feel like Ross is really back lately. Like he's really back lately. So this is kind of grinding higher a little bit, but yeah, this is where I should have got in, right here. This pullback. Well, it's okay if I miss the move, because there are always more opportunities. Maybe not today, but tomorrow. Like, I have to stop feeling this pressure and chasing things. So if I missed the initial move over here, you know, I definitely don't want to be chasing. This clearly was like a great place to get in right here. This pullback and then this leg up. But I'm not going to chase. So I'm also not going to be reckless because I'm trading with a smaller share size now. I'm going to, you know, I'm going to treat it like I'm trading with 500 shares and just, you know, so now it looks kind of choppy to me. And it, you know, it's got this topping tail here. This is a red candle. Let me see what else is popping up here. WHLR. 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 Nope. Doesn't even have 58,000 shares of volume. Okay. Let's look at the top gainers. Well, CNSP is right there. USGOW, what's that? USGOW. Precious metal. Oh, US gold. Interesting. Okay. Oops. CNSP. PN. That popped up early. GBTG. Let's see. Let's take a look at these other stocks. And GBTG. GBTG is also getting close to my price limit. I'm going to only trade stocks under $10 right now because I'm restricting everything, like keeping my share size small, keeping my exposure to the market small with my account, keeping my and keeping my price at a lower limit to reduce exposure. This looks like a potential flat top breakout, but the MACD is red here. See, I like these. I like these when they're kind of like, but the volume's choppy on this. So let's see, PN. That popped up early, but now it's just kind of gone below VWAP. Let's see, CABA, what's that? Okay, the float is 3 million. The relative volume's good. Looks like a stock offering. Oh, wow. Look at this. This is it halted? No. Okay, I was like, it's going so slowly. Okay, let's see. BZAI. I think I've traded this one before. BZAI. BZAI is Blaze and Winmate signed strategic partnership agreement to bring AI to rugged systems for defense and critical infrastructure. Well, I like that news. Oh, but the float is 64 million. Right? Am I looking at that correctly? BZAI, 64 million. So that's like a really high float. Wow. But I like the The fact that it's going, you know, let's see. I feel like why would I have traded this? Did I? I did. I traded this last October. Huh. I mean, again, I'm not going to be rigid about everything. I think I've been too rigid about everything. If something's the right stock, it's the right stock. But up, CNSP. So let's see. This is support. And I feel like it's just running along this channel now. The volume's a lot lower. I think this is going to pop up. I think it's going to pop up above this level. There it goes. There it goes. I don't know. I didn't want to get in though. I felt like because the MACD's red and I don't know. I want to see that it's still, I want to see it like a leg for a bull flag pullback. Maybe I'm being too cautious. I don't know. But I want to see it like establish itself above this level here. So GBTG, oh, it did break out over that level. But it doesn't really have the volume. Right here, it doesn't really have the volume. So let's see what else is popping up. REKR. REKR. Well, that sounds like good news. Now my watch list is getting really cluttered. REKR. Oh, it's under $1, but wow, that's a really cleaner pullback. It has good news too. I really like the news. REKR Systems agrees in principle with, wait, no, I don't know if I like this news. Are they in legal trouble? It says REKR Systems secures $16.8 million contract with Oklahoma District Attorney's Council as technology partner. Oh, okay, okay. First, the news was kind of weird, right? Wait, so this, I don't see, oh, hard to borrow. Okay. So let's take a look here. CNSP, I mean, it's grinding higher, but oh, see, now this looks like another level for a flat top breakout. And that's what happened. But it wasn't clean. I think this is just going to keep grinding higher, but I'm not seeing a super clean entry. If I were going to get in, I should have gone in back here on this pullback. And this, honestly, you know, I think, yeah, it would have gotten in back there. Now I'm just like, I feel like I'm chasing something that was successful at one point, but now I'm, you know, oh, look at that. And the MACD flipped green. I don't know, I'm being super cautious today. Maybe it's because I'm tired. And that's something I reread went through Ross's book again and did a review on his book for my Saturday post. And, you know, one of the things he's talked about in his classes and in his book is like, you know, really just like being in the right mindset, you know, not being exhausted. And I am tired today, so I think I'm being extra cautious because of that. My intuition is telling me that my reflexes might be slower and my pattern recognition might be slower. I had like an all-day commitment yesterday and it was awesome. But I'm tired, and that's the reality, right? So, okay, so this one is pulling back below the 9 EMA. And let's see. I feel like this is really good news too. That's a good profit loss ratio. This is a more affordable stock for me. You know, it's like, I feel like if this breaks over 238, I should consider getting in. It's not trading. I don't see any massive orders. Well, let me look at this one. That's only 2,000. Okay. Thing is, I don't see this volume candle. I want to see this volume candle pop up too, not just the price pop up. So, why is it giving me this order? This notice, I called them. Oops. There we go. All right, now is it going to give me that every time? Okay. So I just scalped a little green trade. And you know what? That's okay. If that's all I do, I got a little discombobulated there with that message. I got to get rid of that message. I called them. I'm like, okay, so, okay, I'm happy with this because I executed a good entry. I didn't really, like, I saw some price hesitation and that's what made me get out, but it wasn't like going up right away. So I was like, I'm just gonna take it and go. Okay, so bull flag, pullback, and my exit indicator, I'm gonna say it was price hesitation. I was working on my exit indicators last week, and honestly, the only one that I tended to like look for was price hesitation. So I know I need to work on that. So, yep. So this week, I posted on Substack my weekly goal, which is not violating my stops. Okay. Because I know I've done this goal before, but it feels like that is the leak when I look at 30 days worth of data. So I'm just going to revisit that goal. And I did. Yes. Thank you, James. I broke the ice. I did. And you know what? Honestly, I'm okay with just scalping some trades today. Yeah, I'm really happy about that. So I have a tiny green trade. And I'm going to look for, you know, another pullback, see if I can get, yeah, it popped up, but then it kind of rejected here. So, what was I saying? Oh, right. So my weekly goal, it might be more exciting if I picked a different weekly goal every week, but I think it's better for my trading and a better lesson for everybody else in terms of like watching someone else go through the process of setting weekly trading goals. If I pick what seems to be the actual bottleneck, even if that has been the bottleneck before. So in this case, it looked like, according to my data, that my losses were way bigger than my gains. So my exit indicators, I still need to work on that. Like, definitely need to work on that. But that might not be the one thing holding me back. The one thing holding me back is clearly getting out at my stop. And, you know, it was like just a couple of dumb mistakes and they wrecked my P&L. So I'm revisiting that goal for this week. Okay, I'm trying to, you know, getting out at my stop no matter what, period. So yeah, I have this list here. Let's get rid of some of the stuff here. So CNSP, I think it's, you look at that, it did pop up to that level. So on the daily chart, yep, on the daily chart, look at that. It popped right up to that level. I think this is going to keep grinding higher, but I don't know. The MACD flipped green here a little bit, and then it went red again. And it's getting close to my limit for my price right now. So I probably will stay out of this action because at this point, but I do think it's going to keep popping up and grinding a little bit higher. I think it's going to keep going higher. So this is where I should have got in. I don't know. I wouldn't have got in here. I really wouldn't have because the MACD was so red. And yeah, I wouldn't have gotten it. I wouldn't have got in here. I definitely wouldn't have got in here either. Let's see, what else do we have? PN, nope, Blue VWAP, GBTG, huh. But I think this is like a, what was their news again? Something about, well, that's good news, earnings per share, but it's just kind of running sideways. And again, this is kind of at the top of my price range right now because I am cutting it off at $10 a share. I would want to feel like really confident to get in. So yeah, I feel like it's like a really slow day. I don't know if it's because I'm slow today. I feel really sluggish, like low energy. I am tired. Okay. So REKR, this is up above $1 now. It had good news. It met my other criteria for stock selection. Oh, look at this. It broke over this level. So I might look for a real pullback on this. Oh, this looks like a micro pullback potentially. REKR. I'm just going to watch it on the 10-second. Oh yeah, so it pulled back on the, I think this is going to be like a micro pullback, possibly. Maybe this will turn into like a flat top breakout opportunity. Let's see. It's tapping the 9 EMA. Oh, that's a big red candle now. So let me look at, see what that looks like on the 5-minute. Okay. I think this could be like a flat top breakout, possibly. It's pulling back on the 10-second chart. Now it's, I don't know, chilly today. All right, so we are, let's see what we have here. CNSP. Yeah, I missed the boat on that one. But honestly, the only one I would have taken was this one, and I did miss it. I don't know why I didn't get in on it, but I was being cautious. This doesn't look like an opportunity to me. Okay, BZAI, which I got one trade on, one tiny trade in here. And REKR. Oh, I think it's going to pop up now, but for me, let's see. Well, yeah, this is like, the profit loss ratio looks like 1-to-1. So but I don't see confirmation on this volume bar. And yeah. I was thinking if it popped above 110, I might try to get in and scalp a trade, but well, because before it popped up, it kind of had a little flat, and then it had a flat top breakout here. I'm thinking, maybe it'll do that again. If it breaks 110. I think, I think it could. Interesting. Nope. Why? Okay, I scalped another. Wow, that was really tiny, but it was popping up and down there. So I don't even know, was that actually a, yep. Okay, so that was only like 10 cents a share. I mean, 1 cent a share. I didn't let that ride, but it just, I don't know, it wasn't giving me enough. I mean, I didn't wait for it to go high of day. Look at that. It did pop all the way up though. All right. I'm being really, really, really conservative, but so I've had 2 tiny bull flag pullbacks. Let's see, REKR. But I have to remind myself, like, you know, my confidence is still kind of shot. So, I mean, honestly, the most I was going to get here was about 4 cents a share. So this was a scalp trade. And where is it? Let's see. Got in at 111 and I got out at 112. Got in at 111. So I got in a little bit above this level. So the most I was going to get was 3 cents a share. But all right, let me bring these over to Trader View. Might as well. Why isn't it? Let's see. Export to file. Oh yeah, it did. It did save. Okay. So let me bring these over to Trader View. I'm being a real scaredy cat today, but hey, I got to get my confidence back. Let's see. I'm going to import the 2 trades. So when I was really working on my exit indicators last week, one of the things that I was thinking was, am I letting my winners run enough, right? And honestly, you know, it's let me see. It's an issue because all right, so today I've got 2 trades so far. We've got BZAI, and that was a bull flag pullback. And I think I'm going to start tagging my exit indicators. Price, oops, hesitation. Okay, whoops, it didn't, ugh. Price, hesitation, okay. And I was risking, let's look at see what I was risking on this trade. Where was it? BZAI. All right, right here. This was the candle, the bottom of the low candle. It was 5 cents. 5 cents, whoops. 5 cents a share at 100 shares is $5. So I was risking $5. And on this one I know it was only 4 cents a share, so I'm going to put $4. And this was also a bull flag pullback. And I also got out at price hesitation. Wait a minute, was this a bull flag pullback? Why am I? So, I don't know. I think this was more of like a little breakout, but I'm not really sure. I would call this a bull flag pullback. Okay, so that's where I'm standing right now. I've got 2 small, tiny trades, and I'm just going to keep plugging away at it, right? Keep chipping away at it, and make sure that keep chipping away. Okay, I'm just going to keep plugging away. So as far as my weekly goal, 0 stop violations. Okay. One of the things that kind of I was looking at on my trader view when I was analyzing it is my losses were just catastrophic compared to my, everything else that was going on. I had in the last, so I've only been tracking certain things. I've improved my tagging in TraderView. So, but yeah, I hit my daily loss limit multiple times. I hit my, I went over my stop. 3 trades cost me $1,500. That's crazy. Okay. And there's a criteria on TraderView that is called the MAE. It's the maximum adverse excursion. It's the most loss that a trade showed before I closed the trade. And so my trades went too far into the red before I closed them, which is kind of obvious if I'm taking a big loss. But yeah, that was like way too big. So my goal is to make sure that I don't let my trades run that far past my stop. Yeah, I definitely don't want to do that again. All right. ASRT way above my price limit. It's at $21. Let's see what else is on the list. I'm just kind of curious what's going on with it though. ASRT. Since it's popping up. Oh, really low volume. All right, let's get rid of that. I mean, I'm not going to trade it anyway. I was just kind of curious. I mean, if I just scalp a few green trades and get my confidence back today, I'm really okay with that, honestly. I need to put some distance between myself and those red days is what I need to do. I need to put them in my rear view mirror. And just keep practicing, you know? CLNN. Let me see. Okay, it has a float of 8.45 million relative volume. So let's look at that. CLNN. Oh, wow. It's real choppy, huh? Okay. So, yeah, it's real choppy. But let's see. Let's look at the news. Current report. Form 8K. Filed in 8K. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Have you guys traded anything yet this morning? Let's see. We're coming up on 8 o'clock. Well, we just passed 8 o'clock. So this clearly was 8 a.m. news, right? Right here. This was part of the 8 a.m. news. All right. It's running up. This is getting close to my dollar limit. But if there's a clean pullback, I might consider getting in. Let's see, REKR is dead in the water, I think. Yeah, if this makes like a clean pullback and it's still under $10, I might consider getting in. But yeah, you know, it was really helpful. Like I've read Ross's book 4 times and I skimmed through it again in preparation for my book review. And just, you know, thinking about trader psychology and managing risk, that is like his book is all about managing risk. It's really not about technical analysis, and it just really hits home like how that is the most important piece. I'm going to be doing a bunch of book reviews, and I'll start with the books that I've already read. And then I will try to branch out into other books. I know some of you have already suggested some great books. So I have a lot of reading to catch up on, but I will start with the books that I've already read and do a review of those because it also helps me kind of, I don't like that. It helps me dial in on, you know, what I'm really learning from the book, and it helps for me clarify what I got out of the book. I mean, there are so many good books on trading out there. I feel like this is going to keep me, well, okay, now it's below the 90, it's below VWAP, below the 9 EMA, so that's kind of out for me. VWAP is definitely one of the criteria that I'm just, you know, I might trade like a recovery up towards VWAP if the MACD is green, if I'm feeling like I see something really strong, or a break of VWAP. But for the most part, I want to be above VWAP when I trade. But I do think that, you know, there are a lot of great trading books out there. They're not all relevant to my strategy, but I'll definitely start with the ones I've read already. And then there are books that aren't actually related to trading, which I've found very helpful. So I will definitely go over those as well, and how they apply to trading, for sure. Yeah, no, this isn't for me. It's, look at that. Not for me. Okay, so REKR, that died off. Huh. Is this kind of like a lopsided head and shoulders pattern, or? So it made a pullback, Another small pullback, and then it just started stair-stepping down. So, and BZAI, let's see where that's at. Huh, this looks like, this is interesting. Let me look at the daily chart. Well, it kind of went back to this most recent window, right? So I don't know. If it breaks this level here, 262, then it might go all the way back up here. But is the news good enough? It sounds like really good news. It sounds like great news, actually. But what do I know? The news thing is just like, yeah, I want news, but I realized that that's not the most important piece. Price action and volume. But let's see, let's look at the 5 minute. Oh, that's the 1 minute. 5 minute. Okay. So on the 5 minute, it pulled back to this level. Let's look at the 1 minute. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to break out. If it breaks over 250, then I think it'll keep going for a while, but I think there's resistance at 250 at the $0.50. Wow, it's a real sleepy Monday morning. All right, it's kind of trying to make it up to that level. I'm curious if it's going to get up there. But let's see. Oh, look, it's making a break for 250. Is it going to tap 250 again, or that could be a break of high of day? Look at that. It tapped that level, and people are taking profit. Look at the 10-second here. On the 10-second, I mean, I think if it breaks 250, oh, it did. It did. Okay, I just scalped a little high of day breakout. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to call that high of day. So all right, guys, I need to take a break. I am going to take a break for a little bit, maybe 5 minutes or so, and I'll be back real soon. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, guys, I am back. I'm sorry about that. Okay. So, Rev morning at the ranch. No, I don't live on a ranch. Okay, I live in the city. Okay, so let's see. All right, so where I stand today is I have three small, tiny scalping trades. That's it. Today is kind of like a little bit, but I have 3 green trades. And oh, good morning. I have three green trades, tiny green trades, scalping trades, but in all 3 cases, I got out because of price hesitation. Like the last trade, it broke high of day. I got in for a high of day breakout, and the price dipped down, and I wanted to see it move up right away. That's what I'm looking for, and I didn't see that, so I got out. And I have this long list of indicators. I'm gonna bring it up, and I just keep looking at price hesitation. And I know there are other exit indicators because I keep I have a list that I made. So let's see. I'm gonna bring that up. All right, let's see. My exit indicators are where did I put my exit indicators? Price hesitation, topping tails, indecision candles, failure to make a new high, red on the tape, price not moving up. That is the one that I keep seeing on all the trades, but I do want to get better at seeing other exit indicators, because that's not the only one, right? There's like a bunch of them. So that's something I'm working on, but that's not my goal for this week. My goal for this week is to hit my stops every single time. So I guess my sub goal is to continue to work on my exit indicators. And what I'm realizing is that I might just keep cycling through some of the same fundamental goals over and over until I see improvement, because so if I'm kind of using the theory of constraints to select my goal each week. And even if I make improvement on that goal, that goal still might be the bottleneck, right? It still might be the one thing holding me back. Even if I improve on it, I might not have improved it enough to make that not the bottleneck anymore, So sometimes my weekly goal is going to be the same as the previous week, or a goal that I've already previously worked on. And right now, according to my 30-day data, okay, I went and looked on TraderView at my data over the last 30 days. After last week, violating my stops was the number one bottleneck holding me back from being profitable, way more than cutting my winners too soon. So, and I just really want to honestly, I'd be willing to give up. I don't care about home run wins. I'd be willing to give up like huge wins if I'm not going to have huge losses. I'd rather be kind of consistent and just sort of, gaining consistently, and just really control the losses. And so I'm curious, do you guys work on one thing at a time? Do you work on multiple goals all at the same time? You know, I definitely feel like when I was working on too many things at once, it was really hard for me to improve on any one of them. So I'm finding it very helpful to like deep dive into something each week in terms of the goal. And like I said, I'm using the theory of constraints model to select what my goal is going to be each week. Let's see. So, yep. So exit indicators, price hesitation. So this is last week's goal, but I'm still kind of obviously working on it. Price hesitation, top wicks, indecision candles, failure to make a new high, red on the tape, price not moving up, speed of trade slowing down, and big sellers stacking the ask, as well as, what do you guys think about if it dips below the 9 EMA? That also seems like a, one. Let's see. Price hesitation. But price hesitation, that's the one that I'm seeing the most. Is price hesitation. But if I go back and look at this last trade, okay, so this one I was getting a break of high of day here, and then it dipped down, and this is where I got out. Now, since this wasn't a bull flag pullback, my stop would have been 10 cents a share. Okay, which would have been $5, right? 10 cents. No, wait, 100. See, this is where I'm getting tripped up on the math. $10. My stop would have been $10. But I didn't even come close to getting that. So why isn't this second trade showing up here? Huh. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I'm going to export this to my file. I mean, I'm happy that I have 3 green trades, but they are scalping trades. Let's see. But you know what? I'm trying to get my confidence back. I'm not going to get down on myself about it. Let's import my last trade. And okay, so this one, my initial risk was $10. And do I have high of day breakout here? I'm going to put high of day breakout. And I'm going to say that my exit indicator was price hesitation. So I'm going to start adding the exit indicators to my tags. I know I keep changing my tags around, but I'm really trying to analyze it. Oh, here we go. CNSP moving again. That's awesome. 3 great trades. Well done. Thank you. Thank you. Nothing wrong with scalping trades. Yeah, I think, you know, I think it's okay to scalp trades, especially when you're trying to get your confidence back, right? CNSP. Oh, look at that. It's on the move. It's going for high of day. I think it's going for high of day because on the daily chart, so wait a minute, let me go back to the 1-minute chart. If I mark off high of day here, and I go back to the daily chart, let's see how, yep, look at that. Ooh. So high of day, it tapped high of day here in October, and it kind of goes back to that level here, but it keeps going up to 12. This is an anomaly right here. I don't know what happened last May, but I guess we can go back and look. Something happened on May 13th. Public offering. Okay. But in any case, you know, definitely there's room for it to keep going up. Well, it's almost at my $10 limit, so I probably won't, yeah, I probably won't get in unless I see something really, really, really good. Being super cautious. I'm just trying to work on the skills right now, you know, skills-based trading, right? Instead of like worrying about, I reduce my share size to take the pressure off and to reduce my risk. And so right now I'm focused on skills-based trading. Oh, wow. Look at that. Now it's down below the 9 EMA. Well, it did that over here too. Look at this. And then it kind of consolidated sideways and then it popped back up. Wow, it's really crickets this morning. I mean, wow, it's really crickets today. REKR, I did get a trade on that here. I scalped a little trade here. Yeah, so I have 3 tiny scalping trades, but I'm really trying to get my confidence back and reduce my risk. So my main goal is to get out at my stops, period. Okay, get out at my stops. And then my secondary goal is, and that's based on the biggest bottleneck, the biggest leak, the biggest hole in my boat, the biggest, you know, scooping the water out and it's filling faster. And so that's the biggest goal, but I'm also still working on my exit indicators. I just can't seem to see anything other than price hesitation. Like I've had this list up. So like NIVF, let's see. NIVF. Oh, this looks interesting. Okay, so let's see. NIVF. Let's see what the chart looks like. Okay. This is popping up. Wow. Okay. Let me take a look at the daily chart real quick. Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, this is interesting. What's their news? Update on fiscal year 2025 results. So you would think CNSP turned into a Christmas tree. That's really funny. Wow. Okay, so it tried to make a break back up for high of day and it just didn't get up there. Let's see. NIVF. This is like, you know, a possibility. It's popping up. It's in my price range. Honestly, I love the ones that are like $2, $3, $4, $5. Like that feels really comfortable to me when I'm trying to be really conservative. Then I feel like I'm not going to lose my shirt. I mean, at 100 shares, trading stocks that are under $5, you know, between $2 and $5, I'm not going to run out of settles funds today. That's not happening. So that's pretty cool. RLYB, but it's above $10. So I don't know what's going on with RLYB, but it's above $10. I'm not even going to look. I don't want to be tempted unless there's nothing else to watch. And then I'll watch stocks over $10 just to see what's going on with them. Yeah, I'm super happy about having 3 little scalping trades because Mondays have typically been a rough day for me, and I have to stop having that in my head, and just kind of take every Monday as it comes. Okay, so CNSP. Oh, it did look like it was going to make another move, but it's still above VWAP though. So look at this. It keeps kind of tapping VWAP, tapping VWAP, tapping VWAP. So maybe that's going to be the rhythm for the rest of the morning on that. BZAI. Okay, I've had two scalping trades. Oh, REKR broke VWAP. Okay. CLNN. No, that's a dud. Let's see. NIVF. Let's see what's going on with that. Oh, well, that's below VWAP. If this pops up and makes a real pull, like does a real bull flag pull, I might look for a pullback there. But I'm kind of curious. REKR popped up above VWAP again. The MACD's green. The volume's a lot lower though. Look at this. It did pop up, but the volume's a lot lower. Like a lot. And kind of choppy. Let's look at BZAI. This is the one I got 2 tiny trades on. Curious on the 5-minute what this looks like. Yep. That's what I thought. Okay, so we have pullback, pullback. So on the 1-minute, it's pullback, pullback. Yep. Okay, so NIVF, let's take a look. Oh, wow. Okay. It's trying to pop back up. I feel like it's really chilly this morning. I'm in the Boston area and I'm like, where is spring? Okay. So NIVF. Oh, look, I missed that pullback because I was messing around looking at what everyone else was doing. Okay, so but I don't love that it's like dropping below the 9 EMA. Right here it taps the 9 EMA. If it's gonna keep grinding higher and tapping the 9 EMA, that's fine. I like that. I've taken those scalping trades like when it just kind of keeps tapping the 9 EMA and moves higher. That I like that. It feels safe and predictable, which is what I'm looking for today. Let's see. We are, wow, it's already 8:43 Eastern Standard Time. I feel like I'm already over the halfway mark for my trading window. This feels crazy. Wow. So let's see. I've got 3 little scalping trades today. I've got remember, I'm trading with reduced share size. But still, these are tiny. This isn't even 1 cent a share. But you got to get out when you got to get out, right? That's the thing. I have to stop getting it in my head that, oh, that's not a big enough gain. All right, so now we're above VWAP on NIVF. I'm going to see if we get a pull for a pullback. Yep. So I'm being less strict about the news. News is great. I want high quality news, but I'm really paying more attention to the price action and the float. Again, I'll be a little bit looser on the float depending on the stock. The relative volume, though, I feel like that really has to be there. Like the volume is definitely the most important piece. And then I want to see that it's gapped up, of course. So I think the price action and the volume are taking precedence. Bull flag on the 10-second for which one, Enoch? And NIVF. Oh, yep, I see it. Yep. I'm looking at the 10-second now. Yeah, that would have been 266 to 276. That could have been 10 cents a share on the 10-second chart. Yep, I see it now. Yeah, that would have been a good trade. 266 to 276. Oh, look, it's doing another one on the 10-second. I'm going to wait I'm going to try to trade it on the 1 minute, and I'm going to see if I can get a bull flag pullback on the 1 minute before it goes for high of day. I gave up caffeine at the beginning of February, so it's been 3 months, and I'm so tired I had an all-day commitment yesterday. I wanted caffeine so badly, but I stuck to my guns. I've got my decaf. But I really wanted caffeine today. Okay, so this might be this topping tail here. This could be the reversal for the pullback. Maybe this is the top. Let's see. Or it could be a micro pullback. Because look at this bottoming tail. No, okay. Okay, well, this is not a good profit-loss ratio for me. So the profit would be less than the loss than my stop. I wouldn't do that. Okay, so, but if this is the low candle, that's an acceptable profit-loss ratio. And this is something that I really just started to dial into more and more on my bull flags. I mean, it's kind of obvious, right, when you just say it that way, but so this one, this is still kind of a just barely 1-to-1 profit loss ratio. And we have about 15 seconds left on this candle. I do think it's going to break out, but yeah, see, the volume candle here isn't, this is getting a little messy. So now it's kind of turning into almost like a little flat top here. And now it's below the 9 EMA and VWAP. So I don't like that. That's two things pointing in the wrong direction. Jackknife, yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, yeah, it might. On the 10-second, it looks bad. So yeah, that's below VWAP and the 9 EMA. For me, that's two things saying no. Even though the MACD is still green, look at it, and that's a lagging indicator. But I'm looking at the level 2, and I'm just, it's a tight spread, but I see people that either are holding on to it and need to unload it, or they think it's going to go up to like 280. But this here is too much of a pullback for me because now we're below VWAP. So I'm going to say no on that one. Trading is turning out to be a lot like parenting. A lot of just saying no. You know, no, you can't do that. No, you can't eat that. No. No, you can't play with a flamethrower. Like, parenting is just saying no a lot. And I feel like trading is that as well. It's like the risk management piece that hit so hard last week. And I feel like, yeah, I mean, you can't trade if you don't have any money in your account, if you blow up your account, right? So CNSP, let's see. Huh, interesting. It's trying to get back up to high of day, but BZAI. Now what time is it? We're coming up to 9 o'clock. There might be news at 9. I'll probably take a break like at 9:15 if I'm not actively looking to trade something, and then I'll come back for the market open. But we could get news at 9, and you know, we could get something pop up. REKR. This one is still below VWAP. It tried. Look at this. It tried, but so I was reading Andrew Aziz's book, How to Day Trade for a Living, which I'm going to be doing a review on that one as well. And he mentioned in his book a term called VWAP chop. So I looked it up, and it says a VWAP chop occurs when a stock price oscillates rapidly back and forth across the volume-weighted average price line without establishing a clear trend. In trading, this environment is often considered a no-trade zone because it lacks a clear directional bias, leading to frequent false signals and high potential for losses. So yeah, I mean, I didn't realize there was a word for this. Well, right now, this is actually, VWAP is acting as support for BZAI. But REKR, it looks like it might be getting into what is referred to as a VWAP chop. I've seen that so many times where it just kind of goes up and down and up and down and goes back and forth on VWAP. Unlike a trending market where price stays consistently above bullish or below bearish, the VWAP chop indicates a market in random consolidation. A classic sign of VWAP chop is when a stock crosses the VWAP line multiple times, 4 or 5 times in a short period, such as before midday. Oh, okay. So when they say a short period, they mean like a couple of hours. It signifies a constant flip between participants being profitable and losing money, leading to erratic price action as neither buyers nor sellers gain control. During chop, the VWAP line itself often appears relatively flat because there's no strong price volume momentum in either direction. So this is good because I'm really starting to dial in on VWAP as, you know, I'm realizing that not all the indicators and not all the stock selection criteria are weighted equally. And I knew that intellectually, but I'm really starting to see that. And I feel like VWAP is one that is very reliable. And so when I heard that term, I said, oh, I have to kind of dive a little deeper into that. That might be an interesting idea for a video. VWAP chop. I think I've got an idea for a video for this weekend. So why traders avoid it. Directional strategies such as VWAP breakouts or pullbacks fail in choppy environments because the line in the sand is being ignored by the market. Okay, let's see. Wait, I just heard something pop up. CNSP, what are you doing? You are making a break for high of day. Look at that. Look, it popped up above this level, or it's kind of hitting this level. So let's see, what is this? This is like right above, it's like right under 10 bucks. And look at that, VWAP is support here. It's so clear. Look at that. Here, VWAP is also, look, it keeps tapping VWAP, right? But here, it's popping above, below, above. And this is that flat VWAP. Okay. NIVF, we're now below VWAP. I've done a video on VWAP, right? And I understand obviously the basics, but I feel like it's really important to dive into, like, deeper into the most relevant indicators and most relevant stock selection criteria, like volume. Okay, so let's see, what else do they say? Traders often get chopped up by entering trades based on a cross only for the price to immediately reverse and hit their stop loss. While institutions often use VWAP as a benchmark for large orders, choppy action suggests a lack of significant institutional conviction at that moment. Okay. Most experienced traders suggest moving on to a different stock if a clear trend hasn't been established around VWAP early in the session. Disciplined traders wait for a confirmation candle, a strong move away from VWAP that holds before considering an entry. That's what I usually do. I usually look for a confirmation candle, like I want to see a candle close above VWAP before I jump in for a break of VWAP. So I think that might be a good potential video diving deep into that. Wow. Okay. So CNSP is really trying. I'm going to say it's kind of like just hovering right under $10, right? Yeah, look at this. And the volume is so much lower. Look at this. It's just getting lower and lower and lower. It's like NIVF. So this is what it was talking about. Above, below, above, below. It's trying to go back above. So this, if you have like a confirmation candle above, maybe, but this is what they're talking about with that chop, huh? Which book is that? Day Trading for a Living by Andrew Aziz. So that I think is the next book that I'm going to do a book review on. I read it last year. Honestly, didn't understand most of it. And I reread it on my trip to Prague because I had so much time in the airports. And so I read that. I reread it and it made a lot more sense, of course. Let me put it in the chat. Trading. And he has definitely a different strategy than Ross Cameron as far as day trading, and he also swing trades. It's definitely a much, oh, look at that. NIVF did break VWAP, but so one candle finished above VWAP, right? But now it's like, is it just going to kind of pop up and down in that channel, right? So, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do a book review on it. I still feel honestly like there are parts of it that I don't understand, partly because he trades differently than I'm learning from Warrior Trading, but I'm gonna do a bunch of book reviews, and other people have suggested books on this channel already, and so I'm gonna start with the books that I have already read. And, read, like skim them over again and then do a review. And then I'll kind of start reading the books I haven't read because I also have a ton of books in my wish list on Amazon. Okay, so HTCO is popping up. Hard to borrow. But the total volume on HTCO is like 79,000. Private issuer, foreign private issuer. The float's only 5 million. The relative volume is climbing steadily, but it's not there yet. It's like at 3 times the 50-day average. So what's the news? Report of private issuer. This could be interesting, but it's almost at my limit, my $10 limit that I set for myself. Yeah, I have like so many trading books that I want to read. And there's just a lot of good ones out there, but I have read some over the last year and I want to dive a little deeper into, because not all of them are relevant to my current strategy. And like I said, Andrew Aziz's book, I see it popping up everywhere, but he does, oh, okay. HTCO. I don't like that. Look at that. That's almost a round trip. Look at that. So it started down here at 798, and look at this, 809. It's almost a complete round trip. So yeah, I just think that I took 3 trades. So let's see. I did 3 scalping trades. I'm kind of in, as Ross Cameron calls it, trader rehab. So I took 3 trades, 2 bull flag pullbacks, 1 high of day breakout, 2 on BZAI. They're just little green scalping trades, and I flagged my exit signal on all 3 as price hesitation. So that's where I'm at. So I'm up, I'm green on the day, and that's where I'm at right now. I'm okay scalping green trades today, as long as they're good trades, You know, I don't want to just like go willy-nilly. I know it's very strong language, willy-nilly. I don't want to go crazy and just start, you know, trying to scout my way back into profit. But if I take a good trade and then I see price hesitation and I get out with a very small green amount, I'm really, really okay with that. So that's where I'm at. I've just taken 3 small trades. And like, I think most of you, well, at least the people that popped up in the chat, I think a lot of you have seen my bloodbath last week. And so I'm being very conservative. I reduced my share size, I reduced my account size, and I reduced my price limit. Like, instead of trading stocks up to $20, I'm only trading stocks up to $10. So that way, if I do get caught in something, I'm reducing my risk. So risk management is my #1 priority right now. And I think that should honestly be my #1 priority all the time. Maybe that will be my forever bottleneck. I don't know. But this week I've gone back to working on my stops, and my goal is to not have any bad stops this week. Because that really, after last week when I looked at my 30-day data, that was the new bottleneck again. So I have to work on it again. And the thing is, I might have the same goal every week for like 3 or 4 weeks, because if that's still the bottleneck, it's still the bottleneck. You know, whatever's holding me back is what's holding me back. So I'm going to try to take a data-driven approach to what I focus on in my trading. And see how, you know, that goes. I'm working on the theory of constraints method of selecting what I work on. You know, what is bleeding the most? So CNSP, look at that. It's just trading within this channel with VWAP as support. High a day is way up here, but it has not. Look at it, it's trying to break again this level, which is around $10. It's hovering right under $10. NIVF. Okay, and this is that VWAP chop that I was talking about, right? I think that's what this is. If you guys think that's what this looks like, let me know. I think that might be one of my next videos, VWAP chop. And because right now I'm kind of cycling through the fundamentals in terms of my non-trading day videos, but as topics pop up, I'll just, you know, keep making them. OUST, but that is like $30 a share. So that is really outside of my price limit today. Let's see, where are we at for time? 9:08. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break, and then I will be back for the market open. Okay, so I feel like I'm finally awake. I'm sorry for those of you who popped on to the live stream right at 7 a.m. I was a zombie. I am so tired, but I'm going to take a break and I will be back in about 5 minutes or so. I'm back. Okay. Let's see. All right. Let's see if anything's happening before market open. Leading into our market. Oh, CNSP broke $10. Wow. Okay. Interesting. It's heading for high of day. Look at that. It did break 10. Well, it's out of my price range now. So let's see. HTCO. I'm going to take that off. I don't like the way that looks. NIVF. This is still doing that VWAP chop. So I'm not going to take that. I'm going to take that off my list. And REKR. I did get a trade on that earlier, but again, that's kind of popping above and below VWAP. So I'm going to take that off my list. BZAI. I'm going to keep this on. I don't know. It's like, I'm going to keep that on for a little bit. Let's see what else is popping up. ASRT, but that's over 20. ASRT. I'm just kind of curious. Let's see. That's over 20. CLNN. Did we already look at that one? CLNN. See, did I look at that already? CLNN. Okay, that did pop up, but now it's, oh, good morning. It popped up earlier, but now it's below VWAP. All right. Yeah, CNSP is definitely I think this was the one to watch today. I missed this back here. This would have been the only trade I would have taken. I wouldn't have traded it through here. And I wouldn't have traded it through here. Maybe here. Let's see. Maybe this breakout here. But no, it's too expensive for me. I'm restricted to under $10 a share. Until I get my mojo back, guys. MNDR. It's over $1. The float is 3.8 million. The relative volume is still only 3.77. So I'm going to see if that pops up. But let's look at the news. Foreign private issuer. Well, the relative volume is still low, and the total volume is under 500,000. So I wouldn't. NIVF, yeah, NIVF, I was watching most of the morning, well, a lot of the morning. NIVF, we were watching a lot of the morning. And so I was saying, Haas, that I just reread Andrew Aziz's book. I'll do a book review on that one too. And he mentioned a term in his book called VWAP chop. I'm probably going to do a video on this for this weekend. But this, I think, is what he's describing. And I Googled it, and it looks like it's experiencing VWAP chop. So, according to AI, most experienced traders suggest moving on to a different stock if a clear trend hasn't been established around the VWAP early in the session. So, yeah. So I kind of discounted this. Plus, the MACD's been red since here. I was looking for a bull flag pullback, but it pulled back so much here, and then it broke above VWAP, but there were a lot of topping tails. Then it broke below VWAP, and so I have not considered trading this yet. Oh, how do you like it? I reread it on the plane last week. I read it last year for the first time. Honestly, didn't understand most of it because I was really new. Reread it last week, understood a lot more. But his strategy is like slightly different than mine, even though he day trades. So I'm gonna do a review on that. CNSP is experiencing a correction. Yep. There we go. There we go. Well, it did break 10, and now it's, and look at this bigger red candle, right? Look at how far back it went, like almost half the move, right? This long move. I wonder what this looks like on the 5-minute. I have a lot more energy now, guys. I'm sorry for those of you who were on the chat when I first popped on at 7 a.m. I was just a zombie. I had a really long day yesterday. I had a commitment yesterday. And I didn't get to bed until very, very late, like 1 a.m., which is like the middle of the night for me. I'm 55. So, let's see. Although I think my kids, that's early for them. Let's see. Yeah, so I think as far as NIVF, let me get back on the 1-minute chart. I think this is what he refers to in his book as VWAP chop. Yeah, his book has been really helpful. But there's a lot in there, like a lot. And I think I need to filter out a little bit better, like what's relevant to what I'm doing and what's not. But MACD below signal on the 5-minute chart. Oh yeah, for CNSP, let's take a look. Yep. So let's see. Yep, this is the 5-minute chart. This is where it crossed over. This is where it crossed over. So this is the MAC. Wait, which one's the MACD line and which one's the signal line? This is the MACD line. This is the signal line. Then it crossed over, so the MACD line is below the signal line. I did a video on it and I still get confused. Right? Wow. Yeah. When you work evenings, it's like really hard to get up. But watch 2-weekend tutorial on level 2. List MUZ for the. Oh, great. I really think that level 2, I couldn't trade without it at this point. Once you start seeing it, And this is something that's really crazy. Like I had it on, like, I didn't realize you can have, and I don't know if all brokers are like this, but I'll show you on Thinkorswim application settings, right? And if you go to, where is it? Is it orders? Order defaults. Let's see, I'm trying to find, there's a setting, this one, system, right? Here, I didn't realize that I had it on moderate when I was trading for a long time. And so you can have it delayed, slow, moderate, fast, or no delay. Now I have it on no delay. But when I did that, when I went from, I didn't even know it was on a delay. Okay. But once I changed it to real time, this got so much, the level 2 got so much faster. And it took me some time to like retrain my eye to the speed. And even now it goes really fast for me. You're using it in Webull. Okay. And I just, I couldn't trade without it now. It just gives you so much information. And in the video, honestly, I kept it really simple for beginners because there's a lot more to the level 2 than what's in my video. So eventually I'll do a second video going more in depth about it. But I didn't want to be really confusing because I think the level 2 is confusing to learn. And I didn't want to start off with too much information and then have it be like, you know, noise, right? So I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I think it's really, really helpful to understand what's going on the level 2 and the time and sales. I have a video that I did on time and sales. I'm going to do a video where I show how I use them together because they really work together. And that's where I think you can really see things like hidden sellers, which I just started to be able to see. And you can just start to see the relationship between the level 2 and the time and sales. Because if you think about it, level 2 is like, and I think I got this from Ross Cameron, but correct me if I'm wrong, but the chart is the past, right? This is what's already happened, right? The chart is past historical price action. The tape is the present. It's like what's happening that very moment. The orders are popping in on the top, right? And then it's just literally a running account of every single order on that stock. So this is presently what's happening, the top order that pops up. And the level 2 is the future, because that is the orders that people have placed, but those orders haven't been filled yet. Those are orders that people want to get filled. So I found that really helpful. I think I got that from Ross Cameron, but thinking of it in terms of past, present, future really helped me. And so when you see these orders getting filled on the level 2, they become, once the order is filled, it becomes the present, right? And the order pops up on the tape, and then those candles form from what's happening on the tape, and that becomes the past. So I don't know why that really helped me a lot, but I'm definitely going to do a video where I talk about the relationship between the level 2 and the time and sales. But you know, it's just, it's happening fast. So I guess my point is, if you're learning level 2 and you're just watching the charts to learn it, you could, if you really wanted to, delay, put the delay. So like if I put 3-second delay, I'm just going to show you. Now see, look at that. See how much slower it's moving? Look at how slow it's moving. So things are still popping up on the tape, right? But this, it's just, there's a delay. So application settings, let me see. I've never put it on like 10-second. I wonder what that looks like. See, it just slows the whole thing down. So And then if I put it back on no delay, see, now it's just, well, it'll start moving in real time. Did it take? Yep. So you can see it'll move in real time. Of course, if there's not a lot of price action, it's going to move slowly. That has nothing to do with the delay on the system, of course. Oh, you're welcome. Congratulations on starting that. It's really helpful, right? Yeah. So everybody, Haas started a Substack. Okay, so go over and check it out, right? Put the name of your Substack on the in the chat. So, you know, I have a Substack too. I basically use it to document my weekly goals. And if you guys are interested in reading about that, I mean, I talk about it on my channel, but if you're interested in reading more about it, go over and check it out. And then Haas has a Substack. Put the name of your Substack in the chat. All right, here we go, guys. Let's see if anything pops up. Okay, CNSP is making moves. I'm not going to trade anything. The first 5 or 10 minutes I got burned doing that. So I'm going to wait, but I'm going to watch. I'm going to watch. Let's see. NIVF still below VWAP. MNDR. So why do we wait the first 5 minutes? One of the reasons, and I'm still learning myself, right? I'm still learning, and I made the mistake of trading the first 5 minutes the other day, and that contributed to my losses on Wednesday and Thursday. But one of the reasons why it's good to wait is because like orders that were placed like overnight and stuff like that, they get executed right at the market open. So like that's one thing that like all those orders are popping up on the tape, even though they weren't here, right? And then there's also hidden orders as well. But all the orders that have to get executed at market open are all coming through right now. So that makes things like, it's not really reflecting what's happening with the current stocks. You know what I mean? It might be orders that were, you know, set to come to get executed right at the market open. BZAI. I'm looking to see if anything new popped up. CNSP is again kind of popping up to this level. So let's see, we're at 1050 here. Popping up to 1050. RLYB, but that's above $10, so I won't trade that. So MNDR might be a possibility. Let me take a look at the daily chart. Oh, I traded it before. That's why it sounds so familiar. Back here in March. Oh, look at that. Nice potential. So let's see. This could be the top of the bull flag, but then that's not a good profit loss ratio. So I don't know. I'd have to see a real couple of green candles up before I would consider that. Xena, like Xena Warrior Princess. Okay, 36 million. Okay, that doesn't look like something I would consider. CDIO. What's that? Aura. No, that's gap down. Aura? Oh, wow. But look at the volume. The total volume is like less than 500,000. That's nice price action, though. Look at that. And it hasn't halted, right? Oh, wow. Volume is just so low. But look at this. People think it's going to go up, huh? Let me look at the daily chart on this. Huh. I wonder what this news is. Oh. And people do think it's going to go up to $9. Let's see, MNDR. I don't know. BZAI. Okay, wait a minute. It dropped below VWAP. Came back up. Pull back on CNSP. Possibly. It's above my price range, though. I won't trade over $10 right now because I am in a restricted zone on my trading. But yeah, well, it looks like it tried to pop up, but the volume bar here, this volume bar didn't really pop up, so. Yeah, I've restricted myself to stocks under $10 to reduce my risk. I'm being really, really cautious, and that's okay. That's okay. I got to get my confidence back. You know, I have to get some green trades under my belt, make sure I'm hitting my stops, and make sure that I am using my exit indicators. So, you know, that's really, really important. Yeah, don't see DARE. Let's see, what's that all about? Oh, today's May 4th. May the 4th be with you. For those of you who are Star Wars fans. May the 4th be with you. I do. I was born in 1971, so of course I saw all the original Star Wars movies in the theater. Okay, I saw the original episode 4 in the theater. I don't think my feet hit the edge of the seat. All right. Stock market is showing mixed performance today as it grapples with rising geopolitical tensions in the Middle East. The S&P 500 and NASDAQ are wavering near their flat lines. The Dow is seeing a more pronounced decline. Okay. Companies have exceeded first quarter estimates. Wow, that's really good. Yeah, there does seem to have been a lot of positive earnings. So BZAI might, look at this. Okay, so we've got NIVF, which sort of popped up and then came back. MNDR. All right. Oh, I don't know. Like this one has a doji and a topping tail. It's like a false breakout right here. And this is yeah, I don't know. This looks really choppy. And wow, look at how many people are, I think you call this thickly traded, right? Look at this. Wow. A lot of people are getting in on this. I mean, CNSP for sure has the most total volume. Look, well, Aura has less than 500,000. Let's get that off of there. That's CUE. That popped up last week. Is that one of the ones I lost money on? I think it is. Long NQ. Entry point. Expecting a sharp pullback to the upside. NQ. Let's see. Long NQ. Wait, long NQ? Is NQ the ticker? CNSP is too volatile for my liking. Yeah, I think so. It's just I'm not seeing, well, it was above my price limit for a while, but I mean the 5-minute might be more. No, see the 5-minute doesn't look clean. That is the thing. When I go to the 5-minute, if it doesn't look clean, then that is a sign to me. But I think there were opportunities here, but MNDR. Nope, now it's below VWAP. So BZAI is the only one I might consider that's popped up right now. You know, oh, I don't know why I'm so chilly today. It's chilly. I'm outside of Boston. It's like, whoo. I don't know if it's chilly outside, but it's chilly in my house. All right. CNSP making another break for it, right? No? No? So NIVF, that one, this is not good. This is terrible. This long red candle. BZAI, this is one I made a trade earlier on it, 2 trades. I would consider it, but this wasn't like a super clean pullback. So I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like I have my 3 little green trades and I don't want to jeopardize that because I'm trying to get my confidence back. And I think I had 2 tiny green trades on Friday, and now I have 3 tiny green trades today. And I'm rebuilding myself up. So I might just be patient. If I see something obvious, maybe I'll take it. But for the next 15 minutes of my trading session, I might just, be really conservative. Yeah, these like dojis and it's crazy because when I reduce my share size, the numbers get small, right? And it's weird because I'm taking it just as seriously as if I'm trading 500 shares, but I'm also feeling a lot less pressure, And I think that's allowing me to make more relaxed decisions. But at some point, I'll have to move back up and play with the big boys again. But for now, I'm like feeling comfortable knowing I'm not going to have a massive loss today. All right, I think I'm like almost awake. Like almost there. I might have to take a quick nap before my afternoon commitments, and then I'm working tonight, but so yeah, so the market's kind of bleh. So let's take a look. If I had CNSP, this is the one trade that I feel like I really missed on this one. Oh wait, what's popping up? Oh, did MNDR make a move? I just took it off my thing. Okay. This is the one place where I feel like I really missed the move on CNSP because it was still in my price range. There was a pullback here. I would have, but no, I mean, this could have been a micro pullback, but it's not really a bull flag pullback. Like my profit loss here is not great. Let's see. Look at the 10-second chart. CNSP. Let's see, that is at 709. All right, 709. All right, I'm looking at it on the 10-second chart. A minute. Yeah, there was a pullback on the 10-second chart, so. But no, it's not super clean on the 10-second chart. Well, anyway, I mean, sometimes I like to look at trades that I think I would have taken if I had seen it, or, and see like would I have been profitable on that. NVIF has hit a new low. Yeah. So again, that's that VWAP chop, right? Yeah, it's gone too low. Look at this. It's gone way too low. below the 9 EMA, way below VWAP. I'm going to take that off my list. Maybe something will pop up though. BZAI. BZAI is grinding up, but I just look at this doji. I don't like the price candles here. Now it's kind of pulling back here, from here to here. This is high of day. It's breaking out. Yeah, look, it's tapping that high of day. So well, so far I'm really happy with what I've done today. And I know it's, you know, small potatoes, but I had 2 bull flag pullbacks, 1 high of day breakout. I was green on them. They're all like little scalps, but honestly, I'm still happy about that. So, and I think, let's see, what did I have Friday? Friday I had 2 tiny green trades, 2. So this is good. I'm since my big losses, I'm starting to build some momentum towards, you know, at this rate, it would take me probably 100 years to recover my losses, but that's not really what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to follow my rules, get consistent, and reestablish my confidence. Okay. And eventually I will be able to increase my share size. And I did set up some parameters for that. So let's see. Where did I put it though? Okay, assuming I don't, I want to make sure that I am, I'm not sure exactly how many trades I'm going to do this for. I'm thinking like 20, 25, 30, but I want no stop violations. Like I want to make sure that I don't go below my stops for X amount of trades. I want my accuracy to be at least more than 50%. I want my profitability to be greater than 1, my R factor. So that's this here. Where is it? This P&L R, I want that to be greater than 1, the average. I want to make sure I haven't hit my daily loss at all. And yeah, so those are some of the things I'm looking for as indicators that I'm ready to scale up to maybe 150 shares. Okay. And so once I've kind of, you know, if any of those things happen, if any of those things happen, then if my profit, my win rate, my profit loss, well, okay. So if my average R, let's see, this is what I'm doing. If my average R, so let's look at it for the, since I kind of put myself in on restriction. Okay, I've had 5 trades so far since my big losses. And I haven't violated my stop rules on any of them. So actually, I'm going to put, this one was price hesitation. And this one was no exit indicator used. So I'm going to say, I guess I'll have to put a flag in for that. No exit signal. Okay. So I'm not sure if I should count this one because I'm supposed to have an exit signal. But anyway, my R factor, so let's look at for these 5 trades. My profit factor, it hasn't calculated it for these yet. But my accuracy is 100% over the 5 trades. So I'm going to look at the metrics over. Great things have small beginnings. Thank you. Yes, great things do have small beginnings. Have you ever traded using a leveraged account? Yeah, so I actually screwed up was it over the weekend or on Friday afternoon? I didn't mean to ask for a leveraged account. I don't know what I thought I was doing. I wanted to try setting my account up so that I could try trading gold futures on Thinkorswim. And I didn't realize that I was requesting a margin account. So then I had to call this morning and ask them to take it off. Last year, because I don't want to trade with a margin account. And now I have this like message popping up, and I called them on one of my breaks and they said, oh yeah, that'll go away tomorrow. Last year the reason I don't want to have a leveraged account and I only want to trade in a cash account is because last year, I don't know, it just made me feel anxious. That's really the main reason. I didn't have it made me nervous. I was like, you know what? I'm not experienced enough for that. So, and I wanted to try trading gold futures, but I might try it in a different app because when I did a little bit more research on it, the commissions, I guess there are other platforms that have lower commissions. So on doing gold futures. So, yeah, so I was like, I don't want a margin account. I called them. I'm like, I don't want a margin account. Can you take that off? Yeah, but I won't trade with leverage. I won't do it. Yeah, that's just too risky to me. I think you have to be really experienced for that. And then, of course, someone who's really experienced, they're going to be comfortable with that. But yeah, I'm not. I actually took money out of my account on Friday. I reduced my account size because with my reduced share size, I don't need that much money in my account. And with the pattern day trader rule, I don't feel like I really need that much in my account. I just need enough to trade the share size and the price size that I'm looking for. And so I reduced my account anyway because when the pattern day trader rule kicks in, I didn't need a huge account. Now, right now I'm only trading with 100 shares. If I maintain consistency for, 20, 25, 30 share trades, I'm going to scale up to 150 shares. But is that going to happen before June? I think it's June 8th that Charles Schwab is making the switch. Let's see, when is Charles Schwab changing the PDT? I think it's like June 8th that they're doing it. So June 4th, all the brokers can do it, but I think that Charles Schwab said they're going to do it June 8th. But regardless, am I really going to get back up to 500 shares by June 8th? I'm not, because if I am going to have to demonstrate consistency at each level, then, I don't want to just jump from 100 to 500 shares. I did that last year. It was like, oh, it feels right because I feel consistent. This time I'm doing a very data-driven approach to increasing my share size, given the size of my losses. So yeah, I freaked out when I realized that I thought that I just had, I don't know. I was like not really seeing what it was. And then I called them this morning, like, I don't want a margin account. Please take that off. I just want a cash account. Okay. They were like, okay. So if I trade gold futures, I'm going to do it on a different platform. I don't want my brokerage account on Thinkorswim to be margin. That's like not for me. Just like shorting stocks is not for me. Maybe in like 5 or 10 years when I'm really good at it, like that's a different story. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's so lucky. I mean, we've had it since like I think it was 2002 or something. I'm not sure when it was implemented, but it's been like 25 years that we've had it here. So yeah, so my plan is, so I actually took money out of my account on Friday, reduced my account size. I'm like, I don't need it. I'm trading with 100 shares. I mean, I barely used any settled funds today. I'm trading with lower stocks at a lower price point. So if I'm trading with stocks $10 and under, by the time I get back up to 500 shares per trade again, I hopefully will have built a cushion in my account, and I will also, it won't be a huge deal because like I sort of calculated it like, all right, if I take 500 shares, right? If I see a stock that's $10 a share and I trade 500 shares, that's still only $5,000. So I reduced my account size to 10,000 because I'm like, I can take 2 trades at 500 shares. I mean, but it won't matter with the pattern day trader rule. That's what I'm trying to say is that if I take one trade with that's $10 a share at 500 shares, that's $5,000, then I won't need more than 10,000 in my account. So I just reduced it. I mean, I'm trying to be like really data driven about the whole thing. So that's my plan. That's my plan. Nice that you're, so in Britain, you're trading, this is the afternoon for you. I was in Prague, what was it, last week? It's all kind of a blur now. Or in the week before. And yeah, it was like 6 hours ahead. So you're probably what, 5 hours ahead? England is lovely. I've been there twice. I love it. I went a couple of years ago and then I went many, many years ago, but I loved it. Really beautiful country. All right, guys, we're after 10 o'clock. This is past my, it's my time to, shut things down. If it was really hot, I would keep going, but I don't really see anything that I'm loving right now. So I'm going to shut it down. I will definitely post a recap later. And I will be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. So happy trading, you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.